What is up, guys? Your main man Snaggle J coming at you with a brand new video today and a fresh, spanking new episode of Is It Worth the Money? Today on the show, we're going to be taking a look at the Playing with Power book. Is it worth your hard-earned Skrilla? Let's find out. Playing with Power is made by Prima Games in partnership with Nintendo. It was originally released on November 18th, 2016, coincidentally 7 days after the release of the NES Classic Edition. If you want to pick one of these bad boys up, you can go on over to Amazon Canada. It'll set you back $34.71 for the hardcover edition, which this one is. If you want to check that out, there's a link in the description down below. Full disclosure, guys, I did not pay for this book. It was a Christmas gift from my mom. So while this video is not sponsored in any way, I guess you could kind of say it's sponsored by my mom. So this is what you get right here. It comes with a very nice hard cardboard dust jacket in the shape of an NES cartridge. It's very nice and sturdy and protects the book quite well. This is the actual book itself with a nice black and white controller motif on the outside. Taking a look at the build quality, it is a very nice hardcover book. It's got some weight to it. The pages are, I would say, a medium thickness, glossy kind of page. They're not too light, but they're also not too thick. They're just nice. I wouldn't let your kid go and start flipping through these if he tends to be or she tends to be a bit of a page ripper, but these pages are, I would say, of a medium quality. Taking a look at what is inside the book, as you can see, you have a listing at the top for some original articles that are in here, and you have the 17 out of the 30 games that are covered in this book. Now, I say 17 out of the 30 because this book very clearly covers 17 of the 30 games that were released on the NES Classic Edition. Now, that is my first big negative of the book. If you're clearly releasing this book to coincide with the release of the NES Classic Edition, why not cover all 30 games? Why stop at 17? Maybe they were trying to keep the size of the book down. Who knows? Something I really like about this book is the artwork is very colorful. You can see they've tried to basically take this book and make it a replication of a Nintendo Power magazine. It's very colorful. It includes lots of screenshots. The page art is very nicely done. It's a very easy book to read as well. Now, I wear reading glasses, but as you can see, the fonts are a very nice, easy to read block font with very nice spacings between the letters and the words. So from a production standpoint, it is a very well done book. The original articles that are included are good and not great. They include things like looks at the various periods of the Nintendo. They also include things like specifications and little backstories. My biggest complaint about the articles is that they're a little light on originality and light on content. It's basically like people went and took a few snippets off of a Wikipedia article and pasted them into a page. If someone is going to include articles in a book, I would prefer they were more of a personal nature. Now, maybe this kind of stuff is exactly what you're looking for. Things like how the CPU works, what the 72-pin connector is, and what the heck an RF modulator is. But you can look up those things on Wikipedia or literally any video game online encyclopedia. So for me, that's a bit of a down. Again, if I was making the book and I was including a behind-the-scenes article with Shigeru Miyamoto, basically the father of Nintendo, I would make sure it was longer than 2 pages. I would make sure it was 6 or 7 pages because that's what the Nintendo fanboy inside of me would want. Again, this may not bother most people, but I thought it was worth mentioning. The strategy portion of the guide is very well done. Take a look at this Super Mario Bros. 2 strategy guide. It's 26 pages long, and literally it takes a look at every enemy and world you will encounter in the game. It's basically like having a Nintendo Power strategy guide sent
to the future. Again, most of the people who are going to be looking at this have probably already beaten Mario Bros. 2 many, many times, but it's still nice to see them put a very great level of detail into covering the strategies of the game. As you can see, the included maps are very vibrant and very easy to read. Overall, it's a very nicely produced book released at a time to coincide with the NES Classic. It does a very good job of covering the games that it covers, but leaves me scratching my head with a couple of decisions that were made on what to include and what not to include.
So now it's verdict time, guys. Do I think the Playing with Power book is worth your money? I'm going to take a cop out here and I'm going to say maybe. And I'm going to explain why. It's a $35 book in Canada, and it's a great little book. Yes, it's obvious they were trying to capitalize off the release of the NES Classic Edition by including all games that are on the console. But it's a nice little book. It's a great nostalgic trip. And while it does have some original articles in it, they're kind of light on content. But if you're looking for a nice little piece of nostalgic literature to put on your shelf and display with some of your other stuff, then it's a great pickup. Absolutely, go out and get it. Where the maybe part comes in is if you have some extra income available and you want to spend a little more money to get something a little better, I would recommend checking out Ultimate NES, the book made by Pat the NES Punk and a lot of other game industry types. You can find a link to it in the description down below. Now, it'll set you back $60 US, and the big asterisk on it is if you order it in Canada, it comes with a $46 shipping charge. So you're going to be in for $110 for a book, and that's US, not Canadian. So if you're looking for something a little cheaper, a little lighter on the wallet, but also a little lighter on content and personality, then I can definitely recommend Playing with Power as a good holdover. It's a great little book and a great trip down memory lane. Anyways, guys, that brings to the end of Is It Worth the Money? Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of Playing with Power. If you guys have the book, if you guys think I'm way off base, hit me up in the comments down below. Always love to have a discussion. As always, if you want to keep the conversation going, head on over to the Twitter machine, twitter.com/SnaggleJ, and we can keep the discussion going over there. And as always, guys, if you like the video, please smash that thumbs up button. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you can click my face right here on the screen. If you want to check out a previous video that I did, take a look right over here. And until next time, peace.